All right, cool. This is gonna be a very good one. Are you, sir?
This is put me on switch.
Yes, sir.
Switch, what are we putting on today, bro?
What we gonna talk about then? Can we just get the clip?
Okay, the clip. Okay.
This guy. All right, what it do? It's your boy DJ Switch, the mixtape king, and it is that time. And yo, we're gonna go on a different experience today, and we're also hanging out at the M Studios. You know what time it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the good things. Let us know who you'd like to have on this podcast. This is Put Me on Switch. We get up and coming artists, producers, fashion designers, you name it, managers, whatever it may be within the music industry, and it doesn't necessarily have to be hip hop. R&B, it can be piano, it can be anything. But my first love is none other than the boom bap hip hop. Till we don't stop. And we're gonna take on a different experience today. Like I said, producers too. We've got a super producer in the place today, and he goes by the name of Mayj-C. What it do?
Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm good and you, bro.
I'm easy, man.
Are you
I'm
easy?
Super
Why are you looking
chill.
nervous out here?
Nervous? What's that? I stay ready.
You stay ready, right?
I stay ready, bro.
All right, let's get into it, man. Mayj-C, and like I said, we're going on a different experience today because you are, visually impaired.
Yes, I am.
And you making amazing music right now. So,
Appreciate that,
I mean, how did this start for you?
When I was a kid, bro, I never really felt like I fit in anywhere as a kid, and I had to find a way to make sense of the world around me, and music just seemed like the most likely, like the most viable option, I should say.
Yeah, and I think when you look at it that way, it's because it's the sound.
Exactly.
So your sense is like 10 times ours.
Damn straight.
So what would be your favorite sound right now? Like if you had to hear a sound, what was the one thing that let's say what was the one thing that you remembered as a kid that was like, I like this sound and I wanna sort of digress more into it?
Sound wise, I would say it will always be the female human voice.
Okay.
It's just something very.
Why did you have to go that way though?
I mean, I'm just being honest though. Like there's something so drawing about a woman singing.
And he's not talking about your Hans singing in the shower.
Nah, bro.
He's talking about the ones that can really actually sing. So who's your favorite vocalist?
Yo, that is so tricky, but Brandy has got to be up there.
Brandy. Okay. Locally?
Locally, I really, really, it's common, but Elaine is dope.
But she's hot right now.
She is.
So it's not like it's not like you're missing on that. That's
No,
like
no, no,
100% correct.
No, 1,000. It's just, when I talk about music, I try to go away from the mainstream because I'm always looking at people who are like really, really like gifted in that. And Elaine just happens to be right. She's in the spotlight right now.
Sure. Okay. And let's say, for example, when you so obviously you're a producer, so you gotta have a studio.
Of course.
When you recording people, like, what are you looking for? Because sometimes when an artist comes into studio, they've got an idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes the idea is not the idea.
Tell them, Igor. Tell them. That's my dog, by the way.
Yeah, that's Igor, by the way. He's hanging
agreeing.
out.
He's agreeing.
He's not going to be biting anyone out here, you know what I mean?
Nah, he's just ad-libbing right now.
He
He understands the work.
He's ad-libbing. Okay.
It's just, for me, firstly, I'm very selective of who I work with.
Right.
Because everybody can sing, but not everybody's an artist.
This is true, though.
When somebody comes to me, especially if it's an R&B vocalist, because I consider myself a bit of a writer as well. So if I can see an idea, so artists will come in, and what happens usually is they'll go, oh, I did a cover of this and that. I mean, I was working with Angie Santana recently on her most recent project.
I know Angie.
Oh, yeah. And she reached out because she's like, yo, I need a good engineer and an executive producer because my shit just ain't sounding like I want it to sound.
Okay.
So it really depends. Most of the time, people will come in and they'll have covers of songs that they did, or they'll have songs that they've done but that aren't really them. So I prefer to really like talk to an artist and listen to their music, talk to them, and see what kind of feel they're going for first.
Right.
Then after that, when we start getting to the work, it's easier to conceptualize an idea for them.
Okay.
Because the other thing, I'm trying to build what I call the MCU, so literally the major classic universe.
Okay,
And
so you got this whole Marvel thing going on.
exactly, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, by the way. So
Yeah, you were saying, you watch movies, and I'm just like, so you're gonna now, tease the people on,
no, I do. Like, I'm a huge Marvel head. Like,
and you were telling me,
I'm
yo,
huge.
I watch movies. I'm like, okay, guy, these jokes. Okay,
it's a joke, but it's also true.
wow, that's a fact, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
There you go.
so you're starting with this whole Mayj-C universe.
So basically, I've always felt like the one thing that was lacking from, especially the production aspect in hip hop or in R&B and hip hop as a whole, is a fully rounded record. So when people come into studio to conceive ideas, I'm the hands-on guy who's there from start to finish.
Yeah.
So I will sometimes help, write a few lines where I'm like, artists will sing and I'm like, oh, that line don't really sit right.
But
We
you have
need
to be honest, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, of course.
You
Like,
have to be honest. And I mean, I've also, I know you've got an EP out as well.
yeah.
We're going to speak about that as well. And you've also given us 2 joints we're going to listen to. We're going to give you a bit of an experience into the world of Mayj-C, but Annie says he got some lines, so he even came prepared for the freestyle.
I don't sleep. You niggas is waste anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Okay, so yeah, let's give you some claps, man. So you're coming out here to really represent, right?
I'm here for the music, bro. I make
Aight.
the music. That's what I do.
Okay, no, that's cool, man. I mean, that's what the show's about, getting, up and coming producers. But I mean, you're actually not really an up and coming producer because I mean, you've worked with Envy from Pretoria, you've worked with Kid Teeny, as well as Ginger Troll. And I mean, like, Kid Teeny, we know the guy's a beast.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you've I mean, how was that experience? Because you say like that's your boy.
No, that's my whole. You know what happened with Teeny? Actually, I was in the I went. Shout out to Smizzy. Shout out to the whole of. The whole team over there.
That Tinism?
everybody. Tinism.com.
There we go. Okay.
It's so funny because Smalls hit me up one day and said, yo, I'm busy working on a single for myself with Amy Jones. And I was like, okay, so why are you calling me? And he's like, I need you to come in and help me work on the record. So it started like one day I just walked in and Tini was chilling there. He just came back from school.
Okay.
And he's like, yo, bro, I heard your beats. You really nice with it. I need you to make some shit for me. And I was like, what is this kid talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I also met Teeny when he was in school.
You see, that's way back.
Yeah, that's way back. And I mean, like, Teeny's a beast, man. Shout out to Kid
He's
Teeny.
madness.
We're just waiting for him to drop that new-ish. Hey, man, Ambitious, please.
Hey, bro, y'all
Release
need to
the
hit
guy.
me up, though.
Release the guy. Release the guy. Please, let him.
Let that man through.
Yeah, let him through. Let him drop us some stuff. All right, so tell us about your EP that you dropped.
So for me, energy is everything is literally how I see life. Like, I give off the same energy you give me is what I give you.
Sure.
And this EP is basically my experiences are, I'm an emotional light skinned nigga. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Hey, good. Always taking shots at you. Also, hollering at the Hans, you're saying.
I'm just saying.
He's an emotional, light-skinned boy. Hey, Hans, make sure you check him out. Mayj-C on Instagram. That's MAYJ dash.
At I am Mayj-C.
I'll say I am
Mayj-C.
Mayj-C.
Yes.
There
I
we go.
am Mayj-C.
There we go. I am
MAYJC.
JC. There we go.
Yeah.
Make sure you'll hit him up. You know what I mean? And he's got some fire beats. We're gonna go through some of his beats. So, all right. So energy. This
Energy
is your.
is everything,
Was that your first EP?
As myself, as the artist in me, yes.
Yeah.
Because I started making this kind of music because nobody else was making it.
Yeah.
And I felt like I could actually run with this. And the guys who were going for that sound, like PH and all, they were all really on the hip hop side.
Sure.
But I was like, we need like a trap soul situation.
Yeah.
I dropped a joint like years back with Kitini called Lost in Your Music, and that did really well.
Awesome.
And I just, during lockdown, I had a lot of time to sit down.
Didn't
and
we
just
all have a lot of
create.
time?
Hey,
We
bruh.
all had a lot of time.
Life was lifing, and I was like, no, you know what? Let me just take all my past heartbreaks and put it on records and make profit.
Are you
profit
trying
off it, you
to?
know?
Are you like? This is not a dating show, guy. This is
No, it's not. It's just I'm just being real, because
yeah.
I think for the longest time, for me, music actually has a really personal attachment to it. So whatever I say on a song, majority of the time is facts or stuff I've been through.
Yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into one of your beats that this is also gonna be. It might be a beat pack. It might be part of the beat pack for Put Me on Switch. We'll check once again. Make sure you
Wow.
follow. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Put Me on Switch, and of course on YouTube at djswitch. So we're gonna play the first joint. Codeine
For the pain.
Codeine for the Pain. Right. We're gonna play them. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna actually drop the entire screen and it's gonna go black. And all we want you guys to do is to listen in the world of Mayj-C. Let's go.
Switch it up.
Hey.
Switch it up.
Hey.
It's all about the bounce of the record.
Yeah. But I can feel the mood you're setting. If you're listening to this, I mean, you just gotta close your eyes and just be in this guy's space right now.
Timbaland always says, like, your music has got to speak for you. So, ever since I managed to, a lot happened during lockdown, bro. Because
Yeah.
one day I was just sitting making beats, and Timbaland started this thing called the Beat Club.
Yeah.
And I decided to submit some shit to him. And the next thing I know, I'm getting a cosign,
What?
And I was like, yo, okay, this, like, I know I love making music, but Tim is actually one of my
He's one of my favorites.
One of my favorites. Like, I look up, ever since I was a kid, Tim is the reason why I was like, I need to get into production. Because when I heard Are You That Somebody, I was like, okay, yeah, I know this is what we do, right?
Straight.
That
was with Leah, right?
Yeah, that was with Aaliyah. And to get him to actually co-sign my shit and be like, yo, this is crazy. It meant a lot to me, because for someone who's had to work twice or three times as hard as a normal person just to get here,
Yeah.
to get that kind of acknowledgement, is really something huge.
Absolutely. Yo, just give you some hand claps on that. Damn.
Appreciate
That beat is fire, man.
Appreciate
So Cody
that,
for the Pain, right?
Yep.
And I mean, you can see it puts you quite in a bit of a state. It's nice melodic. It puts you in a vibe, puts you in a zone. It sounded like you wanted to rap on it, but hey, your time is coming. Relax. So yeah, man. So we're gonna play another joint as well. But I mean, also, you've also done a song with Envy and Ginger Trill.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, man. I mean, so and also like you mentioned that you've got to work 2 to 3 times harder as a normal person, and I mean like for me it's like you're doing the things though.
I appreciate that, man. I really, really, really do.
And I mean, you didn't go to school, you didn't study for this. Is this all just natural?
Oh no, like
Self-taught?
When I left school, I did some engineering, but I only did it because I wanted to understand how stuff works.
Wow.
And then I went to, I've got an honors degree. I've got a
What?
music degree. Yeah. I'm like an overqualified producer right now. It's like,
You see, so I mean, like I look at like the artists that we bring onto the show, and everybody's like qualified. We had lawyers, we've got accountants, and now we've got somebody who's an overqualified engineer. So you got an honors.
I've got an honors degree in music composition with a minor in music business. Yeah.
Let's just give this man some claps out here. Yo, I don't even know what to say.
Now we out here, man.
Yo, okay, cool. So I mean, you're really taking this thing serious. Like it's not like a joke. Like so, if someone comes to you and they're like, "Yo, man, Mayj-C, I need a beat," you just like, "Yo, it's gonna cost you."
Yeah, no, I don't play those games. Like that's why I said I'm very selective
Right.
about who I work with, because like if I believe in an artist, I've had cases where I've believed in artists and then like five to actually them popping,
Yeah.
something happens and then they decide to go away, and I just got to a point I was like, yo, I'd rather invest in myself
Right.
and the people who have been here since day one. So yeah, I'm gonna need that check, you know. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna be a little bit forward. So how many times are they busting them Stevie Wonder jokes on you?
Oh, go ahead.
No, man. How many times do they do it to you though?
I mean,
I mean, your closest friends are always busting it on you. I'm sure.
no, I make the blind jokes. First, let me tell you, like, niggas be pulling shit though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, shout out to Smizzy. Shout out, like, niggas always be like, you can't see, nigga. Like, there's always like, it's not a. People actually forget. My circle forgets 90% of the time that I'm blind, and until
Wow.
I like just make some subtle reference, and then people go, "Oh yeah," you know.
So I mean, like, because some people might be like, Switch went there. He went there. Didn't he? He went there.
Why you niggas catching feelings on my behalf? Me, I reply. I reply. I reply.
Shout out to Rashid K in the building out here. You see, them dogs don't like you, son.
Shout out, Mr. Rashid.
And yeah, make sure you check out his podcast. It's the masterclass with himself and of course OG. They doing some powerful, crazy things. So I mean, yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people will be like, yeah, well, how do you do this and how do you maneuver around? I mean, you're quite a Casanova, chilling the hands out here. You light skinned. So I mean, like, hey, and I think that it's good for people to understand that once again you're just a human being.
I think that's the most important thing, because when people approach me, it's usually like, can I talk to him? Just open your mouth and say hi. Like I always tell, like I consider myself to be a very approachable dude.
Absolutely. I mean, like, I know you're always on my back. You're like, yo, switch.
Nigga, I've been. No, I've been. That is
yeah,
true.
and I think I wanted to get everything on the right way. So the introduction to everybody to know who you are,
Yeah.
and of course we've seen that you're putting in the work. For me, it's all about the artist got to put in the work before we can sit down further.
1000%.
Because if you're not putting in work, then you just we could also be wasting each other's time.
No, that's absolute facts. I mean, right now I think my catalog speaks for itself.
Yo, it definitely does speak for itself, right? Okay, so we're gonna get into another joint that you did. I think this is my favorite from the pack that you sent me. I think it's Drive
On Drive, yeah.
On Drive. There we go. Drive on Drive. Right. So we're gonna give you the same experience once again. We're gonna shut down the screen, and all we want you guys to do is we want you just to listen, and we're gonna indulge in the world of Mayj-C. Let's get it.
Mayj-C the Midi Young Pop, whoa!
It's actually one of my favorite beats too.
Yeah, this is just so good.
The halftime thing.
Vibes.
I'm always imagining a rapper on this, so whenever I'm creating, like my thing is minimalism. I don't believe in making shit too busy. Like I just cannot bring myself to do it. So I'd rather strip a beat down than actually add stuff to it.
Okay.
But this is what money sound like though.
That's what money sounds like.
Exactly.
Hey.
Come on.
All right, so there we go. That is none other than Mayj-C with Drive On. So yeah, man, welcome back. So yeah, man, let's give you some hand claps, man. Come on,
Appreciate
yo,
that, man. Thank you.
these beats are too much, man. These beats are too much, man. Just fire.
I am out here.
I see you. I see you. All right, we're gonna get into this track that you also did with Envy, Trilly, and yourself,
Yes, sir.
right? And I mean, we're gonna play this music video. And who approached you?
So, funny story, like before RIP Jabba, man. I actually made this for Double HP. And with his passing, you know, I had some stuff lying around, but also Envy was working on Peanut Butter at the time. And he hit me up and he's like, yo, Jay, I need like a Kwaito vibe with...
Yo, even Ego's in this thing.
Damn, my nigga everywhere, dog. I put my nigga on.
My nigga everywhere, dog.
Literally.
Punchlines.
There you go. So Envy reached out and I sent him, he asked me for a hook. And I sent him this joint with a hook on it. And that was literally it.
Okay, wow. Yo, you're out in the Gusheshe.
You
You're
know.
vibing.
You know.
I see. Was this out in Pretoria?
Yeah,
of
this
course.
is Mum's.
Oh, this is Mum's.
Yeah.
I see you. And Ego the dog is rolling with you.
There, you know.
He's rolling with the dogs.
There you go. For the dogs then, man.
I see the vibes here, and of course, you know, everyone's looking swagger out. You're looking like New Jack City boys out here.
Hey, bro.
Trilly going hard on this. You know, Trilly don't stop, right?
Trilly don't stop, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's just stop a little bit. You know, I mean, since you know you're close with Trilly, and Kid. I mean, like these guys, you know, when they get to like their peak, they disappear. Why do you think that is?
You know, I think
And I'm not just talking about Ginger, and I'm just talking about Kitty. I'm talking about a lot of artists.
a lot of artists.
You know, when they just like pop and they peak,
Yeah.
they disappear.
I think it's just, you know, I think sometimes what happens is when you're doing this from an independent standpoint, you have a lot of control, right?
Yeah.
And then, like in a teeny situation or whatever, you get inside a label and they're like, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do." Now you have to adjust.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, you gotta feed the fans, but you also gotta make money because these niggas are paying for everything. So you gotta
Yeah,
keep
I
them boys happy. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes that can take a toll on an artist's creativity, you know. So when the music comes out, it's not as well received or it doesn't feel as genuine.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's sort of forced, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of it. But also, I think a lot of when you're so used to doing something for the love of it, and all of a sudden you're put in the spotlight, it can also take its toll on you if you're not prepared for it. Because you be doing this like, no, I just want to be a nice MC and I want to be a nice rapper, and then the big time comes, and you never prepared for it. So a lot of times, I think sometimes people just get shook.
Yeah, man. Hey, you're spitting some bars out here, man. Damn. Let's give you some hand claps up in this
Appreciate
motherfucker. You know what I mean? We're also checking out this music video though. It's called
A lot.
A Lot. Yeah. Sorry. You know, I can't see. Well, I'm almost just as, you know.
This man said you can't see. Those are my jokes, bro.
All right, so we're checking out A Lot, right? You got me there, huh?
I did.
All right, cool. So I mean, like, you know, it's cool that you know, they put you in this music video as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me, my biggest challenge is visibility.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
for the obvious,
yeah, obviously.
You know,
Pun
like-
intended.
literally. I see you got a very good funny bone.
Nah, bro, I don't sleep on the jokes.
All right, cool. So this video is online. It's Envy featuring Ginger Troll and Mayj-C. Did you produce this as well?
I produced the record, I engineered it, I sang on it, I was in the video.
Yeah, I saw a clip of you also saying that you went hard on one of your songs as well, singing.
Yeah, I mean, the singing thing, for me, like I said, I make music. If I can't find the artist that I want on a record, I just put myself on it.
Okay.
You know?
I feel you. This is what this other guy said to me once. He said that, if you're not getting booked, then
Book yourself.
book yourself. You got that line, huh?
I did.
Yeah, that's what's up. So check that out. That is Envy featuring Ginger Troll and Mayj-C. It's called A Lot. And yeah, you can spot the homie out there. He's rolling with Ego as well as also making a young feature. And it was actually quite dope. I like the visuals. Super, super nice. Why is it that Pretoria rappers don't get taken seriously?
You know what? I think I'm not really sure that it's a thing of Pretoria rappers being taken seriously. I think it's possible that again it comes back to being in love with the art form so much that people don't really go beyond being in love with the art form.
Yeah.
Like I want to turn this thing into my bread and butter. So
Right.
to me, I could make Jay Dilla sounding records all day, but it doesn't pay the bills.
I feel you. I
You get
feel
what
you.
I'm
I
saying?
feel you. I feel
So
you.
at some point, especially with the older dudes, like they're my brothers, but you know, sometimes when you're making a record, try think outside the box. You know, try. I'm always trying to innovate, and I'm always trying to elevate myself because once I've achieved one level, I'm trying to progress to the next one and the next one. So I could make a certain type of beat all day, but if it's not fulfilling me and it's not taking me in, you know, in front of the Ambitiouses and the Universals and the Sonys and
Yeah.
the Warners,
Yeah.
then why am I doing this?
I feel what you're
You
saying.
get what I'm
So you
saying?
just, yeah, I mean, it's good to adapt, and of course, you're a producer, so you know you're going with what's gonna, put the bread and butter
Yeah.
on the table. And I mean, that's some keys out there that you're giving, man. Like, I mean, yo, we can make all these boom bap kind of stuff, but if you really want to make some money, you really gotta sort of,
Yeah.
But you can make it your own style
Of
for what's
course.
mainstream right now.
Of course,
know?
and I'm always, this is my thing. Like even with the household producers that we have, I get mad at these boys because I'm like, y'all aren't pushing the boundaries.
Wow. There you go. You heard it. You heard it from the man himself.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna now. Well, you said you got something prepared. So, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mayj-C. He is a producer, but he came prepared for the show, and I've got a brand new sound in the sound bank. So,
Oh my God.
so you better deliver. You know what I mean? So, all right, we're gonna get into the freestyle. Mayj-C, because he loves hip hop so much, he's gonna
do.
show us the skills that he's got. And are you ready, son?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right, so you're gonna be rapping on the Kids Next Door.
Okay.
Right? So shout out to the Kids Next Door, produced by the Kids Next Door.
Okay.
And here we go. Let's get it. It's none other than the freestyle, baby. Let's go. You know what time
It's
it
the
is.
switch up, baby.
All right, let's
Wait,
go.
It's the kids next door.
Yeah. I'm gonna give my best on this one. Award nominated. Award nominated. But I'm not prepared for the game. I think you might give me a bell on this one.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, I could take it again.
You want to take it again?
Yeah,
Should we
I'll-
give it again? Should we give it again, Yamani? All right, let's give it again. You know, I don't normally do this. All right, let's go. you almost actually did choke on what you wrote, and then he came back, and so okay, you're setting the bar, like you came back on the same beat, so I'm gonna give it to you, and I think people also appreciate that. So yeah, man. I mean, so Energy is out. What's the plans for this year? I mean, I know for producer, I think when you ask producers what's the plans, and it's like, yo, we want to work with everybody, but it's like, when do you know a hit is a hit?
You know what's funny? Sometimes you don't. Shout out to Spunk Bigger as well, because I've been getting a lot of props from him. Because the one day I was on Clubhouse, and
wow, okay,
Spunk Bigger is one of Pop Smoke's producers.
Yeah,
and I played him Roof Gone with Black Les, and the minute he heard, he was like, "Yo, this a hit, son!" And I was like, "Okay, that means I got one." Because for me, I was like, I knew the song was fire.
Right.
I knew the song was fire, but I think people decide whether a joint is. It's like with No Makeup, for example. The Mommy Game loved that song, dog. And when I was writing it, I was like, I like this joint. I like every song I write. If I don't like it, then
sure,
why am I writing it? But
sure.
If that's the case, I think people really decide which songs they like more. And because there's a hun that sent me she made like a TikTok thing of her showing what she looks like without no makeup, for example. Right. And then it was like, oh, I didn't know. Oh shit! That's literally what happened. That's literally
I feel you. So your music's getting out there. People are receiving it, and I mean, you're not just like local, but international. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think because also my sound. Of the way my sound works, it has that international appeal as well. Sure. So it's easy to translate over, and Beat Club has been working us.
Yeah, that's good, bro. So I want to know, right? So I attended a seminar a couple of weeks back with the Masterclass podcast, and they were saying that there's a difference between a beat maker and a producer.
Oh, that's facts. That is a fact.
What is the difference?
All right. I am a producer. Why do I say I'm a producer? Because from the moment an artist comes to me, you see like what I was doing with the freestyle now.
Yeah.
If an artist came to me and said, I don't have the flow for this song.
Right.
It happens more than you think. But
all the time.
And then I would have to sit there and come up with like, okay, this is how I'm feeling about the beat. Do it this way. Then they'll go off and write, come back, and, chances are I've already given them the beat. Then I am the one who takes that and engineers it, and sometimes I send it off to a mastering engineer. But I'm involved from the minute that the artist steps in the studio till the master comes back. That is my job.
That's the producer's job.
But if you send someone a beat, and you don't engineer it, you don't have control over the final product, then you're just you've programmed some stuff and you're sending it off to someone. In the olden days, it was more like where guys would just create loops, for example.
Exactly, yeah.
And someone would have to turn that loop into a full-blown record.
Yeah. With the start, beginning,
and
bridge,
end, middle,
and
end.
The whole design, yeah.
And somebody has to engineer that. Somebody has to record that. Somebody has to vocally produce, like, okay, sing it this way. Now, why don't you try, saying this line in that way? So if you're not doing any of that, then by all means, you are a beat maker.
Damn. There we go. You heard it. You heard it from an honors graduate. You know what I mean? You heard it. You heard it from him straight. All right, cool. So we come to the end of the interview, and man, it's just been such a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Just listening, man. I'm gonna play this one beat again, so while we end off the show, because I think that's just perfect, man. It's been such a pleasure having you here. Obviously, people can get you on social media.
Yep, at I am Mayj-C everywhere.
Everywhere, right? Yep. TikTok too. You on the TikTok game?
I am there.
A lot of producers on the TikTok game right now.
I am there. I think with me, it's just the challenge being unique. Like TikTok, you guys need to make your stuff more accessible for people like me, bro.
100%. There you go. There you go. That's the truth, though. That's the truth. And I think, I just love the fact that, you're in a space that's very challenging and you're not limiting yourself.
I don't see why not. I don't see why I need to. When they ask why not, I say why.
And I think that's the beauty of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is none other than Mayj-C, or I am Mayj-C. We're hanging out here. We come to the end of it. It's your boy, the Mixtape King, DJ Switch. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow the homie, follow his brand new EP that's out. It's called Energy. It's
Is
on
everything.
Energy is everything. It's on all digital platforms. It's your boy, the Mixtape King, and we are out.
Awesome.
Hey, bros, are we out? Thank you, sir. It's a
That's
cut.
a wrap.